Welcome back to Gallon Sector. Now, today's upload is about Conor McGregor, the latest sensation in UFC. I believe his record is 7-0. He's undefeated in the UFC. And MMA period, I think he's 19-2. Now, we're discussing, is Conor McGregor the Floyd Mayweather of UFC? Now, it's two different sports. Boxing, Floyd Mayweather. UFC, Conor McGregor. I'm a huge boxing fan. I like sports, but I was a very, very big boxing fan. I always have been since I was younger. And UFC was cool to watch when I was in high school. It took some time for me to get into it, but I always liked, fighting. I've been a big fan of martial arts, kung fu movies, whatever. Anything where the human body performs, dancing, sports, whatever. I love it. I love to see the movement, and I love to see what the human body is capable of doing. Parkour, whatever. But Conor McGregor is undefeated in UFC, and he is the new sensation. Ronda Rousey was the face of UFC, I would say, but as of late, through some unfortunate turn of events for her, Conor McGregor has stepped up into that spotlight. Now, he was coming. He was on the rise, and he's always been there. But something about Conor McGregor, this guy talks trash. Press conferences or whatever you want to call them, talks trash against future opponents that he might have. It's not even said if they're going to fight yet, but he lets them all know, I'll beat you. You're nothing. You'll take the match with me. I'm the money guy. But he's doing the same thing Floyd Mayweather used to do. He's doing a lot of things Floyd Mayweather used to do. If you follow him on Instagram, you will see that he posts pictures of money. He posts pictures of the cars he drives, places he goes, nice suits, he wears nice clothes. I mean, this is stuff that he earned. You have the right to do that by all means, but it is something that Floyd Mayweather used to do too. Now, I don't hear too many people bashing Conor. He's very likable right now. He has that it factor. Whatever makes a superstar, he has it, and it's proven. There's only one way that can happen. It either does or it doesn't. You have it or you don't, and he's showing that he has that. People are flocking to him. I like the guy. I think he's good. I think he's great. He trains hard. You can see that. But there are some differences. I don't think his defense is up to par. His offense, exceptional, but his defense, it could use some work. He takes some hits. He does a lot of risky things, but that happens in the fight game. I mean, what can you say? Floyd Mayweather, he's another guy. He used to show off. He talked trash. He let everybody know, I'm the bad guy. I don't care. And their attitudes are, similar. No, but Conor McGregor is knocking guys out currently. Floyd Mayweather's last few fights have went the distance. Actually, more than a few. A lot of his matches went the distance. There's some differences between Floyd Mayweather and Conor. Conor is in MMA. They can do a lot more than just punch. It's not just hit, stick, and move with your fist. They can grab. They can put you in submissions. They can kick. You can jump and give somebody a high knee. You have so much more you can do. These guys do train hard. A lot of MMA fighters train boxing, judo, jiu-jitsu, whatever, but they fight hard, and I'm taking nothing away from them. I like UFC. It's grown on me as of lately, especially because of people like Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, who I'm a fan of, and Conor McGregor. But I can take it all the way back to Chuck Liddell. That was my man. But Conor McGregor is doing a lot of things that Floyd Mayweather used to do. Being the bad guy, or just, all around letting people know, I'll beat you. You put me in the ring with him, I'll beat him. Floyd Mayweather done this, and he's done it for years. But as of lately, the last several years, he gets a lot of backlash for it. And it's due to people saying that Floyd isn't exciting when he fights. He's a very defensive-minded boxer. I don't like to say fight when it's boxing because that's the sport of boxing. You can't really fight the way you would in a real fight. There's some rules. There's more rules in boxing than there is in UFC. But he has an exceptional offense. It's effective. I've only seen one match out of Floyd Mayweather's whole career, his pro career, where he was outlanded in punches, and he still won the match. We all know who that is. It's the one match that everybody says he should have lost is to Castillo. Conor McGregor is younger than Floyd. Whatever the case may be, he is the top guy, the money guy in UFC right now. On the site fighthype.com, it was talking about Conor McGregor. and comparing him to Floyd Mayweather. Now, Mayweather picked his own opponents. Conor does too. Now, I found out from that site, and I'm going to do some more research, that Conor McGregor is the only person in UFC that ever picked his own opponents. And they call it cherry picking sometimes when you pick your own opponents, especially when the general public, doesn't think that that's the best person for you to face. Floyd Mayweather has done that. And if you look at it, it was always more so most of the time, what would bring in the most views, what would bring in the most money. Sometimes the most dangerous opponent for him wasn't the person that was the most popular at the time. He was known as being dangerous and can be forced to be reckoned with against Floyd Mayweather. Who knows how he picked his opponents? But anytime you step in a ring, boxing ring or a UFC ring, something can go wrong. These guys put their life on the line. So him being very defensive, Floyd Mayweather, that's the same type of style I basically would have. Maybe that's why I like him so much. I don't want to get hit at all. Why would I want to get hit? If I can beat you going 12 rounds, so be it. Knockout comes if it comes, but if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Floyd Mayweather also had numerous hand injuries. I mean, his hands weren't the same as they was when he was younger. He was also boxing guys at a heavier weight. He walks around like 145 or 150, and he barely can make 154, and he boxed in 154 light middleweight more than a few times. I mean, he's boxing guys who come to the ring weighing 168 when the weight limit the night before was 147, and he's still beating them. He's not getting knocked down. He's not getting knocked out. So that's an accomplishment in his own right. Conor McGregor, he's going up 25 pounds from his last match to face a guy this Saturday. And, I mean, weight classes matter, man. I don't know if he ever competed at that weight before he was in UFC, but we'll see what happens. But I'm just bringing out the fact that Conor McGregor is doing the same thing Floyd Mayweather was doing. I don't see him as having the same skill level as Floyd Mayweather when it comes to punching and defense. But he's in an entirely different field of competition. UFC is totally different than boxing. Some boxing elements are incorporated in UFC, what they do in MMA, but it is totally different. The thing is, he does do a lot of things that Floyd was doing. With all that said, Conor McGregor is Conor McGregor. I'm not going to say he's the Floyd Mayweather of UFC, at least not yet. Yes, he does do a lot of things Floyd does outside of his performance in the ring. And I think that, he's new. He's new to the sport. And when you're new and you're the guy on top, especially if you're giving the general public what they want, which is knockouts, which is brutal matches, he gives them that. If it's not a quick knockout, it's a match. Even some matches where he's had it close to almost losing it himself. People like to see that. When somebody's just taking shots, trying to get in to knock another guy out, I think that's stupid. I mean, protect yourself. You're supposed to. You practice defense, right? You're supposed to protect yourself. But it can give off a very boring style, but I just happen to favor that because that's how I would perform. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. Conor McGregor, is he doing the same things as Floyd Mayweather and not getting the same backlash? Why do you think that is? Me personally, I just think he's new right now and he's hot. If it continues, maybe people will start to get at him. So like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, give me a thumbs down if you don't, whatever. And drop some comments down below and I'll see you next time.